For my birthday this year, my daughter got me a present that I wanted, and it's a book written by Christopher Schwartz on building what he calls the anarchist tool chest. This is an old world tool chest with a lot of valuable aspects to it, and I highly recommend the book. This is from the book. This is what the tool chest is intended to look like. But I like to look at different ideas, and this is a particularly fancy one. Here's one using oak and walnut, which I really liked the contrast of the woods. This is a tool chest that I built specifically for my marquetry tools. Everything in this little tool chest is just for one purpose. So let's get back to this one. I decided to use oak, red oak. I had some beautiful boards, but they weren't all perfectly flat. I thought about how I should build it, and the way the book says is to do dovetails all the way up and down. And I thought if I've got boards that are not perfectly flat, that might be really hard, and I think I'd chip everything off. So I opted to do finger joints. And this is my practice board, and the practice board came out good. But when I got down to using the router, I had lots of problems, lots of mistakes. And I can talk at great length about the mistake of how the router bit slipped on me, but let's not go there for now. There you can see the top board's a little bit warped, and pulling everything together was a real challenge. I even had one piece where one of the finger joints, I miscut it. So this whole toolbox was just one problem after another. I have a huge collection of antique woodworking tools, and I've always wanted to build a toolbox that would fit my best tools, all the tools that I really like. And so this gave me kind of some incentive here. So after being frustrated with using the router and having some problems, I decided to go to my hand tools. And this is a modern day Japanese hand saw with a depth limiter, which is quite useful. So I decided to cut all my finger joints right to the line, and as soon as I hit that depth limiter, it stopped. That meant that every single cut would go down to the right depth. But then I had the challenge of figuring out how to cut out every other finger joint or box joint. They're called box joints, actually. A challenge was cutting straight and keeping it right to the line. I used pencil lines because they were dark enough to see. I used a really fine pencil and cut right on the line. And I thought I was doing a really good job of it until I got to the fitting of the box. And a little bit more about that later. It was slow. It was hard. I took my time. Here's that tool. Here's the close-up. It's got those really fine Japanese teeth. So to minimize mistakes, I marked all the ones that I had to cut out. And I thought about it. I thought, well, I've got the jigsaw. I'll try the handheld jigsaw to cut them all out. And that worked pretty well, but the backs of the cuts were not absolutely perfect. There you go. I'm going to show some of my mistakes. You can see where there's that one joint that was too long. So I got it all together and I got to the bottom, and I kept making more mistakes. I used my power drill and it was too powerful, and I stripped out a bunch of the screws. So I went and replaced them. I also had the depth of these piano casters. They're really heavy duty, so I had to add some depth to the wood so that I could drill down. And getting those down so I didn't punch all the way through was a challenge. So the measurement of these long, I don't know what you call them, but the inserts there, they did not go through the bottom. I put a piece of tape around the drill bit and was really careful. I kept inching up to it. I put a test piece and measured them out. And thankfully it worked. If you can see there on the top, there's yet another little ding that I've got to figure out how to fix, because that top lip has got to be absolutely perfect for a lid. This is where it's going to live. I've got a perfect spot. I measured it out, and I want this to be underneath my big workbench between the table saw. This is the area that I work most often. And everything came out square. There's a little bit of a dinged up area. I'll have to repair that as well. Square on the inside, square on the outside, very important. My mantra for this whole thing was it's only a toolbox. It's only a tool chest. But the other side of me just kept bugging me. Everything had to be right. Now I got to the edge pieces. These are the walnut pieces that I want to put on here. And yes, I did do dovetails on these. I got the bottom done first, and that was a challenge. That was really hard to get everything to fit. So that's where I'm at right now. I've started the top pieces as well. I have not gotten the lid or the tills on the inside. There's a long ways to go, but I wanted to share with you where I'm at so far. Thanks for watching.